Well, hello guys. This is Candace again coming at you to tell you about my day 12. I think all of you can remember the last couple days I've been talking about my stall. I've been posting it on Facebook. I've been whining about it to whoever would listen. So for 3 days I was stuck at the same weight. Well, I kept getting all this wonderful advice from everybody out there telling me to just keep my eye on the prize, maybe try an apple day, make sure you're drinking your water. Don't give up because it's part of the process. Just keep going at it. I am proud to say that I did just that. And this morning when I came to the scale, I had a 1.4 loss. Actually, no, I'm sorry, 1.2. But that's okay. I'll take that 1.2 because that is amazing compared to what it had been the last couple days. I honestly want to tell you, I was so nervous getting on that scale this morning because I just felt I was so fragile and in this place that if that scale don't move, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to tell you. I don't know how I'm going to act. I don't know if I'm going to call Pizza Hut. I don't know if I'm going to go to my grandma's and have her fry me a pork chop. I don't know what I'm going to do. I was just at that point. Like, something has to give. So I saw that 1.2 and I must have shouted. They probably downstairs thought I really did get the Holy Ghost because I was so happy just to have broke through that stall, y'all. I broke the stall. Say what? Yes, I did. I did that. I did that. I'm proud that I stuck through. Y'all was telling me to POP. I had to Google that because I didn't know what that meant. But I stayed perfectly on protocol. I did that. Thank you very much. And it worked. I'm so happy that it worked. Like, it just means a lot that this is gonna, I feel very positive that this is really gonna happen. Today's only Wednesday, and I still don't have to get into my dress until Sunday. So I could very well get those 3 pounds. I might even get more. I'm already 1.2 in. So I don't know. It was so good. I felt pumped. I was dancing like, I got this. You can't tell me. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. And then I was like, oh, chicken wings. Dang. I would love a chicken wing right now. But then I went right back and I was like, look at that. 1.2. No chicken wings today. Keep on keeping on. Like, it does pay off and it does get frustrating. But I want to sincerely give all of you guys who are just watching and not commenting, but the ones, especially those ones that are watching and are commenting and giving me that advice, I really needed y'all and y'all came through for me and I so much appreciate it. This HCG community is beautiful. Like, y'all just step in and you see someone's down and y'all come and bring in the troops. I've had people be like, oh, so-and-so told me to come check in because you're having a hard time. Like, that means so much to me. Like, it is a sisterhood here. We have each other's back. But even still with that, like, it's introduced me to so many other people's videos, which are such an inspiration to me. Y'all got great tips. And then y'all was talking about this thing called Chocolate Delight. Ooh. Nobody told me about this, but I have to give it out. But shout out to, I believe it's KB. I don't know all the numbers right offhand, but KB, thank you. Because yes, I did Google it. And yes, I did look at the names you gave me. And those ladies had wonderful recipes, great ideas, and I'm totally subscribed and tuned in. So I appreciate the support and the help and the ideas. Like, it did make a world of difference for me. Especially last night when I was having my little pity party, and well, trying not to have my pity party, but let's call it what it was. It was a pity party. That I was able to start kind of researching some of these things everybody's giving me, and it just took my mind off of it because I was able to see that many of you have went through the same thing and how you came through, where it was like day 7 and 8. You were having these low moments where the scale wasn't moving, you were craving things, but then I see you on day 37 and you're like super skinny and looking great, and it's just such great motivation. So I really, really appreciate you guys, all the help, all the advice that you've given. It's been a great thing. Today it was actually a work from home day for me, and it was kind of a spontaneous one because I did have a lot of stuff to do, and I had planned to go in, but you know, I just wasn't feeling it. So fortunately with my job, I do have that privilege. So I stayed home thinking I'm going to get things caught up. I did get my Omnitrition distributor pack, so I was going to go through that and see what's going on. And I did most of those things. But being at home, with, yeah, you have work to do, but nobody's around to really occupy you, and you have all day, and the TV's on for the background noise. They play a lot of daggone commercials for some yummy stuff on TV. So I even had to like I went to on demand and watch shows that I knew you didn't have to, or movies I mean, that didn't have commercials, because I just couldn't. I don't want to deal with that. But I will tell you what got me this afternoon. That daggone Giada De Laurenta on Food Network. That little skinny thing, she knows she can cook. Just can cook. And of course, pasta's her big thing, and I love that, and I haven't had it in so long, and I'm okay with not having it because I know I'm losing weight, but I'm not okay that I'm not having it. Like, I miss that stuff. And it doesn't, I don't know, I was laying down thinking about it, like, you can't possibly think that this is actually a normal thing to completely basically lust over all these things that you can't have. Why are you really doing this? Because my biggest fear is I don't want to do this and lose all this weight to just go back to my old habits and put it right back on. So in 3 years, if not sooner, then I'm in the same predicament. That's just not okay with me, and I'm not willing to let that be the case. So I really wanted to think, like, why are you doing this? What is your motivation? How are you going to make sure that when you do have those moments when you just want to stuff your face with Lay's potato chips, that you can have a handful of Lay's potato chips and cut it off? I think for me, I know right now, and I know when I'm at those points that I am too weak to know my boundaries. And I really have to be clear and start setting those with myself so that I can make sure when I am having those moments, I know, yeah, today's the day you can do it, but or no, you can't have a cookie today because you will act a donkey and eat the whole damn box. One or the other. Like, I need to just learn that about myself, and I think that, I know that this is really giving me a good test because I've really been able to analyze how much food, how important it is to me, and like wonder why it's so important. Like, did something happen that made it like this for me? Is it just really a passion for it? And I really do think that it's just me appreciating it. But with that, there's so many ways to appreciate food that is really healthy for you. And that's why I can't wait for phase 3, because I know this is the strict portion. This is getting the big chunk of the junk out. All this out, all of this gone, all of this gone. Ooh, let's not even talk about it. But that's what this next 30 days is for, and I'm gonna stay true, because when P3 comes, there's so many new things that you can add to and still enjoy your food, but it's stuff that's not gonna put 1,000 pounds on you. And so I'm trying to just relearn how to appreciate food and what it's doing. I have to honestly say, my little sister, she's doing, she's been really eating, I guess they call it eating clean, which is also eating paleo, that kind of thing. And she did this thing called the Whole30. And so it's basically you just eating real foods, nothing processed, nothing refined, everything that is fresh, you can cook it, but it's real and organic stuff. And I don't know why, but before that just automatically sounded like, ugh, that's gross. But she's been really creative with the things that she's come up with, how she's using cauliflower and making the cauliflower rice with chicken curry and all of these replicas of dishes that I love that she's doing, but just in a more healthy way. And she's even said, like, when you eat healthy, you don't have the urge to eat as much because you're eating quality foods instead of just that old processed stuff that's been sitting there. You don't know, it doesn't have really any nutritional value. So that's what I've really been thinking about, and I've been really tuning into a lot of ladies on YouTube that have delicious meals, HCG meals, or just like paleo cooking type meals, because I do want to try to adopt just a new mentality about how I eat and what I eat. Because not only do I want to look good on the outside, but I want to feel good on the inside, not just emotionally, but I want my insides to feel good. And I know all of you have eaten a meal, stuffed yourself, and hated yourself after you did it because you're just like, ugh, just disgusted and feel bloated and heavy and icky. And I don't want those days anymore. Today, I will say this, was probably the first time in the 12 days that I did have kind of a semi-close to full filling. And it felt really good to me just because I knew you could tell that I'd eaten something. Like, normally when I eat, yeah, it does a trick. It takes the hunger pains the right way, but it doesn't really, like, I still feel that emptiness. This afternoon, I made myself like a chicken and spinach soup kind of thing, where I just use just maybe, not even a quarter a cup, just a little bit of chicken broth, and I put a whole lot of water on top of that, and I put my chicken in there, let that steep. And actually the chicken had already been cooked because I'd cooked a bunch before and weighed them out, so I just kind of put it back in the juices to kind of get more juicy and tender again. And then I let that simmer with some seasonings and garlic, and kind of got everything working up with that. And then I put a bunch of spinach in there, and that was the most filling soup. It was really yummy. It was tasty. It kind of had like a kind of an Asian-y feeling to it, taste to it, just I think because of the garlic and the little bit of onion powder, and I don't know what it was, but it hit my spot and it tasted good. It's gonna be actually hard for me not to eat that again tonight, but I know you're not really supposed to have the same thing for lunch and dinner, so I'm gonna try to do something else and maybe try my whiting. But I went out of the box because I've normally been just doing different types of salads or steaming like fish or my fish and my spinach or my asparagus, stuff like that. But this was actually a soup. It was a little chilly today. It just hit that spot. So I guess what I want to say is that this is definitely a journey, but I'm so open to learning new ways to go about getting the food cravings that I want, and just introducing myself to new ways of thinking about food. And I appreciate all the information you guys have given me. So please keep it coming. And I hope that I'm helping at the same time. And even if I'm not, I just appreciate the fact that you guys are willing to tune in and cheer me on. Like, that makes such a difference. And I was so excited to be able to come and tell you today about this loss and how I broke through that stall. I broke it, y'all. I busted through that stall wall. Like, it just was like, get out of here. And I did it. And I'm so happy. And I just want to keep it going. Today's number 12. We will see what happens tomorrow on number 13. But I have positive thoughts in the air. And I just, again, want to say thank you. You guys have a wonderful evening. And I will be back in touch pretty soon. Talk to you later. Bye.